Started my recording.
So, guys, good luck. Have fun. Okay, ich gehe hoch. Ne, Hefe kommt, glaube ich, auch. Wir gucken mal. Kommt erstmal mit hoch. Ich klitsche hier fest.
Ja, der ist buggy.
Ja, der Aufstieg ist ein bisschen...
Okay, Hefe kommt hier hoch. Das wird zu
Ja,
viel sein.
ist,
Dann,
wenn du nach Norden guckst, ne?
Lauf und dann kommst du mit dem ganzen Trupp, mit dem MG, kommst du. Ja. Northwest, west.
Northwest, but since there will be nomad guys, they're prone to flanking, so...
Damit die dann nicht komplett den Vorteil dadurch haben.
Also entweder hier vor 30 Meter oder zu Flo in den Wald. Wenn er meckert, dann ist alles gut. Aber ich denke nicht, dass das ein Problem sein sollte hier.
Feuer nach Eingang messen.
We're gonna stop here in a second.
so, radio check first. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. So I remind you, we have maybe recon squads in the near of us, so be careful, go in the positions, hold your positions.
I'm taking this the Allies do not have recon things. Seeing as that no one has left the Allied main. Germans are nervous about it, but I guess they don't have them.
So tank crew, be careful around of you. Maybe we have recon squad.
Oh, nice, a grenade catch.
Yeah,
Yeah, my gunner is brain dead. I apologize.
Oh, is that you guys just fired by accident?
Yeah, Byro put his headphones on his fucking mouth. Incredible.
Okay, tank backwards 50 meters. Or 100 meter.
100 meters.
Jawohl. Ach stimmt, der ist ja bei mir. Ich hab vergessen, dass ich einen Bunker habe. Ja, diese komische Regel. Ja.
mit dem Schuss.
Wer bin Jan? Danke für den Ruf.
Am besten legst du dich in die Hecke. Situation an. Von euch direkt. Den habe ich Feuerfreigabe gegeben. Und rechts, wie ihr mitbekommen habt, sind die 3 Mann. Ich suche jetzt eben Felge.
Oh yeah.
Five minutes left of staging. Why? Yeah, the Germans figured that, and Alshat's always in a tank. And I think they figured out that Pugsley was commanding when I had to tell them it was, you know. I mean, that doesn't really help them. It's not like, it's like, ah, yes, Pugsley's commanding, this means this.
Und komme dann wieder zurück.
Guys, remember staging phase.
Er geht nur auf Dreck. Also Erde.
Ah.
Ey, du
Also
hast nur
Leute,
noch einen Sandsack über, oder?
Ich hab nur einen, warum? Wo willst du einen hin haben?
Komm her kurz.
Wo bist du? Oben?
Da. Hier. Da, vors Fenster. Quasi, dass ich auflegen kann. Drüber aufs Feld. Dass du... warte mal, siehst du das Fenster? Das hat doch unten... Es fängt an mit einer Zeile. Aber die legen wir extra hin.
Nee, geht
Siehst
nicht.
du?
Komm ich nicht drauf.
Mach
What?
auf.
Okay. Part of me wishes that I was picking up your audio for that type of thing. 'Cause that's just an Adel quote that I don't think I can ever truly capture by saying myself. But yes, it is like somebody took the right corner of a promo, dragged it to make it larger, and then put a 17 pounder.
Don't say Spain.
Well, the Germans have their tanks on the north. The Allies look to be pushing with their tanks as quickly as they can to the north. I just watched Bobby no one roll there. Oh, you missed one of them rolling in the north.
Okay guys, for your information, I will use our tank division as an aggressive tank division. So if you have enemy contacts or you see it, go to me, I will coordinate with tanks to make a big counter attack.
Copy that.
Copy.
Copy.
If possible, try and let us know what type of tank it is, because that helps us out a lot.
Sure.
I think Melchat's trying to play Overwatch for his other two problems.
Philip and Hannibal, just remember we don't have any aircraft. So if you hear a plane, it's not on.
Roger.
Bobby and Noah are doing this really big flank to the north. I can't talk to them anyway, they're just spotting up here and holding their position. Oh my god. Why?
This is squad lead 2 to all. We have seen Sherman tanks somewhere around the coordinates of possibly F573, Foxtrot 573. Somewhere around that area.
The Germans, I think they see a
Copy.
Sherman in
I copy.
F573. Yes. They're out. I mean, they just called it out, but yeah, they're not. I don't know what he saw. Alright, so both sides are calling out things that aren't there.
I have
I repeat,
possible
that
Cromwell
is
tank
an extremely inaccurate mark.
north. I have Cromwell tank to my northwest, near the intersection Foxtrot 348.
Women's calling in a. Women's
Okay,
calling in
tank
a
division,
Cromwell.
move to attack this. After
called
you
it in
capture
record,
this,
they're accurate.
drive back to your own position, to your located position. To your
Women called in a Cromwell
actually situation
on
position.
location,
The-
like F, the crossroad there. No, they called in a Cromwell, accurate to that, to the cross section where I think there is a Cromwell. Yeah, he spotted one up here. I think he spotted the forward corner tank by Terry. At least what I'm guessing is Terry's tank, seeing as that Terry is just running around on his own as a tank commander kit.
Okay, update for you all. We are attacking the tank in the north. So please hold your position.
Whoever's coming up on my left, hold. I'm gonna engage a Cromwell.
Woman's about to engage. He told the other Iron 9 tank to hold. Way low.
Not yet. Now he's just scouting. It's just one guy scouting. I got a hit.
Oh, he hit. Yeah, he nailed it. He's got a long shot, this thing. It's very difficult. Yeah, no, it definitely killed
I have
Terry
one hit
and...
on a Cromwell. He is pulled back.
Copy.
Yeah, killed two of them. Terry's the commander, coming down trying to scout the thing. Wellesley is hiding in a barn.
To all tank sections, if you don't see enemy anymore, please retreat to all positions.
Yeah, they're asking the tanks to fall back now for the Germans, because they're not seeing anything in worth engaging.
We had one confirmed hit on a Cromwell 5. It bailed to the north.
Roger that, good job.
Understood.
Oh, it does
Carnivalist,
stuff
do I have permission to move up to the intersection at Hotel 441? There's 2 roads that intersect. Do I have permission to move up to there to attempt to engage the tank again?
Negative.
Women's asking to
Negative?
engage.
Don't let us
Okay.
play
Forward and
rabbit.
They're denying it. The Carnivalist just denied it.
Okay, I will retreat then.
And
Philip, let's
Melchett
back
is
down the
watching that
road
corner
towards the
back,
intersection.
trying to find what shot.
Yep.
So the Germans are backing off. Yeah, well, definitely saved an engagement early on. Whitman needs to back up though. Other Iron 9 Panther is backing up, and now Whitman's backing up. So they're falling back. Oh. 6-pound. Oh, AT gun? Oh, Wellesley built himself a 25-pounder. Not sure who's shooting. Oh, Whitman's shooting from the back, or some German tank is shooting. Didn't call it. They didn't call it in. No, that's
Philip, that
Iron
guy
9.
went he's along the road, I think, north of Veld. He peeled off in the woods.
I didn't call that one in. They just started firing. But yeah, that should be an actual. That would be a prime target to hit. And Melshad is out of his tank running around trying to split us up. Good job, Melshad. He's doing the right thing. It's very much his tactic and it works. Yeah. It's just funny as I was even talking with the Germans other. It's like, you know, it's Melshad, he'll be out of his tank spawning. Realism, it doesn't, it's leveled because you can't mark things, because you have to physically be able to communicate to your tanks, so it's very much harder. It can be done though. Melshad does a very good job, so I will give him props for that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what the Allies are doing. Like they stalled, it seems. But then again, I guess. Okay, nomads are pushing now. The Germans do drop artillery though on that compound. That would have been devastating, or it still will be. I mean, there's a 25 pounder there that can be destroyed. 7AD loves artillery.
So on the tank divisions, move forward to the position Hotel 418. Hotel 418. You will a little bit protected from Lysander's group, so if you need to fall back, try to attack the open field. 5 minutes, and when you don't find any enemies, you retreat back to your actual position.
So, they just got the order for the tanks to move back to the position Whitman wanted to go to first. They're now all 3 tanks are being ordered to move to that position and fire on anything. The German infantry is going to cover them to make sure they're safe. But they're going to move to that corner of Hotel 4-1. So where that big
guys, I think it's
crossroad is.
Too long for a blitzkrieg, so be careful guys. I think you will come to the borderlines. So open your eyes. On the first AL, please watch the trenches in the front of you and the warehouse. Maybe I think one little group will spotting you.
Roger that. We'll have our eyes peeled.
Yeah, they're moving forward, and the Germans are moving forward back and realizing it. And there's Germans moving to the north to cover those tanks in that corner, so that they'll see the 2 Bren guns to the north. Are those Bren guns in balance? The PID ones? Just so we don't have an awkwardness if they're out of bounds. Okay. Well, the tanks are approaching the corner. If they're careful as they approach this and they pay attention to their north, they'll see the Bren guns.
Tank squads, we would recommend that you spread out a little bit more, since one bomb will just kill you all.
Shell! You're right, Philippe.
Enemy tank next to the windmill to the right side. It's a Challenger.
Yeah, they spotted the Challenger.
A Challenger?
And there's also a Cromwell on the left of it.
We spotted the Cromwell and the Challenger. They've been informed to the tank that they're there. Germans engaging. The Germans don't know that PIB is to the north.
Enemy infantry spotted behind the windmills.
Yep. Spotted the infantry in windmills.
F499.
I'm moving up on your left, Philip. We're gonna try and get a shot at. No bushes between me and him. Negative. Too much smoke.
Yeah, the British have thrown a lot of smoke, both the infantry smoke and farther forward tank smoke, I think, to try to cover them. Because Melchad is pulled back behind a building. They have to. It's the Panther. Or the interior Panther. But the Germans should have spotted the allies to the north by now. The squad lead is watching for them. He's running back to probably go and tell someone.
We have enemy infantry north.
Yep, the Germans are engaging from the north. They've spotted the infantry of PIB. Whitman's now turning his turret over. They've spotted that. And they head directly onto the PIB. Bobby's got to retreat. Whizzing right by them.
Check, you can hear me?
Oh, I just turned it pink.
Check Panzer?
Yep.
Oh. Only a test.
Infantry, north. On G390. One brake carrier dead.
Germans are firing at the British to the north. They found them all up there. Except for the one group of more here. Yeah, that one Brent gun that's farthest in is having to retreat.
Yep. Enemy infantry to the north.
The Nomads were
Roger,
spotted
you
and
attack them.
being, annihilated. There's very few.
We are going to the road.
Oh! One guy's left, I think. It's just like...
Susander, enemy infantry on.
Yep.
Heftal, moving south.
Copy.
Oh, yeah, Whitman moved very far forward aggressively. The fight is being engaged by the firefight. But the Germans are engaging back, they see it. Whitman whisked the shot, but I think they hit. One of the Iron 9 shot hit. So there's a bunch of dead guys up there now. Melchad had to back off. Looks like someone. Oh, 600 hit. Yeah, there's Cromwell sitting on the middle of the road that I don't know if Whitman saw. Engaging now.
My transmission's...
Whitman lost transmission. He is engaged, they've killed the Cromwell, and they know that the 17-pounder, I think, is back. One of them is engaging with it. Trying. The 6-pounder's still alive.
Enemy infantry pushing from H3 to 1 to 6 into the east with a brake carrier in the forest.
My transmission. We have killed one vehicle, unknown type. We are being engaged as second can.
What the hell? Somebody just went flying. Buxley's retreating with a 6-pounder. Melshad's trying to line up around the corner to get spots on one of the two tanks. They don't know it's a tank. They don't think it's a tank. They don't think it's. The British have confused them because Mr. Challenger constantly appearing physically. But I think they hit Melshad again. I think he's down to another crew. Only see 2 of them in
A reminder, you have smoke and artillery shells available.
Yeah, Melshad's gotten out of his tank. They're both out of there.
On the ball, if you want to pull back, it's no longer shooting at us.
They gotta repair their tank.
This is what 321. We have seen enemy infantry movement on coordinates.
What?
Easy 536. Easy 536. At least one squad seen.
Yeah, that was comments.
Okay, my driver was while repairing. We are still transmission destroyed. We have engaged infantry along the White Road at Foxtrot 498.
It's calling in that infantry. The
Roger
other
that.
Panther actually had pushed down. He might have seen them all and been able to shoot them almost. They don't know that Melshad has to repair his tank also. I guess Pugsley's trying to move up for a shot with his 17-pounder? I'm not sure. Or 6-pounder? Yeah, Pugsley's moved up with Wellesley to set up a new 6-pounder. Or set up the 6-pounder. Alright, women.
Whitman, pack!
Oh, it's hard for them to shoot.
On your one!
They've yelled at pack. They've yelled at a pack gun. So they're going to Women's moving to engage it also.
Jagdpanzer, smokes and artillery are available.
I can't see it, Hannibal. The bushes are too thick for us.
The last shot was just over it.
Yeah, the Germans have smoke and artillery, right?
Yeah, a little bit lower, a little bit further to the left.
25 rounds each.
They're moving further to the left.
I'm going to attempt a transmission repair. If I die, Myra is instructed to stay in the tank until it dies.
He's going to try to get out to repair the tank. I don't think he spotted the Germans moved on the corner. Might have been before it happened. Yeah, he spotted all that infantry. Step out of the trench, they would have had a chance at living, but he stepped out too early. Seem to be able to start a shot. Got more. That might be enough to actually force him to retreat, because there's only 1 or 2 left.
On the tank positions, the infantry fall back on your side. Because we are thinking we are overrun.
Calling the tanks to back up for the Germans.
Alright, I'm going to attempt a transmission repair, boy.
Panzer 4 is damaged and is returning to base.
Fire, I'm below you. I'm below you. Do not fire the main gun. Just MGs only. MGs only.
He's trying
Transmission's
to
coming up.
repair and he's the only that's gonna only MGs.
I'm sorry, Benzer. Maybe there'll be a respawn. If there's a respawn wave, I'll meet you at the pod. Because we're gonna have to take this back either way. It's too damaged to stay in.
No worries.
Dying is just part of tanking.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get the engine a bit. Given we are repairing, get away from us though in case they have air. Don't risk your fan. We're good, we're repaired now. No, we're good. Get back in. I'm good to move. Go, get out of here. Fire.
Women's got in, they're getting out of there. They're pulling out. Just gonna retreat. Panther's gotta go back to repair.
Carnivalist, I have repaired my Panther. We are going to swap it for a new one. It's too damaged to continue. So I am falling back HQ.
Okay, on the
Philippe is the only one on the front line now.
Yeah, no. Please, retreat to your first
Yeah, we're also
position.
retreating.
Okay. So waste your tanks. Move a little bit back to your positions, to your old, and make sneaky moves. But don't waste the time to fall back and capture another tank.
I don't know.
I have my driver was killed anyway, so I need to go pick him up at
a periscope as the commander.
So it might.
No, not as the commander.
Okay, Whitman is the first tank. He drives back to pick up his driver. If he is
not
back
in the interior
with
model.
a new tank, Hannibal drive back and take a new tank.
Yeah,
and if it's back, Philip take a new tank. So I don't want all three tanks back in the same time.
Yeah, copy.
Understood. Hannibal, you go first.
Understood.
I can fight. I can still fight this Panther. So me and Philip will stay online.
No, Whitman wants this tank. He knew that it was like this, and he wants it. Masteron yesterday was pissed about it, and that's why he doesn't want to have interior Panthers anymore. Because you cannot see in certain positions with the interior Panther. It just does.
Enemy artillery landing in Herdal.
There was, but yeah, they're not there.
Enemy fired artillery on our own position. That's a good thing we retreated.
Yeah, the Germans are laughing because they retreated from those positions. That's where they were. They told the German tankers to be sneaky and move to new positions. And not to waste their tanks unless they needed to. I don't think they realized. Oh! The lone Iron 9 Panther that tried to go and save Whitman that didn't need to is getting shot at now. Something.
Golf 456, Roger. We're taking.
Oh, he's called it into Whitman.
Yeah, we are also. We're taking pot shots from there as well. We're pulling back.
That is Melchett firing furiously. Not connecting with that Panther. They're just backing up. They know where the fire is coming from, but they're not returning. I mean, I think Mel should have visual contact on it, so I don't know if that was worth trying. At the same point, it kind of worked, so. Kind of. I think it's more they don't know exactly where the British are. And they don't have smoke or anything that they can put in front of them. But Melchett has to pull back because I don't think he has ammo to continue firing. He's been trying to direct. Oh yeah, Melchett's trying to direct them from the building. Not sure if the Germans just dropped their own artillery.
Admin, I need 4 shots artillery.
Fire your artillery. Germans are going to drop 4 shots of artillery.
It's a Challenger, Philippe. We're pulling back.
First Dale squad has contact with enemies at Golf 441. Enemy infantry at Golf 441.
Okay, artillery is incoming on Foxtrot 348.
Foxtrot 3348 is where they're dropping artillery for the Germans. They've also reported the contact of those 2 nomads. Oh, direct hits. They killed the 725 pounder! They don't know, but they just knocked that out. The Germans called artillery on that position and it hit close enough that it set off the 25 pounder. And Malshat's dead! He's died in the upstairs of the building and landed.
Okay, so for everyone, the enemy Challenger is at Foxtrot 34 at the compound. Approximately on the crossroad north of it.
I'm looking at a destroyed vehicle past those windmills, Philip. Do you remember blowing something up there? Roger, yeah. And a destroyed vehicle, Foxtrot 347. We also knocked one unknown tank a couple minutes ago. I believe it was a Cromwell Fox. Was definitely
I also just saw a full half-track, I think it was armed, past that destroyed vehicle, or the windmills.
Roger.
Moving to the south-west.
The Germans, I don't think have noticed that. They reported moving of half-tracks, so they reported that half-track moving to the south. That's full.
We have voice contact to the near of a church with a tank.
Enemy Cromwell in the west.
Okay, they called down Cromwell
by
west.
Hubeville.
Enemy Cromwell approaching the FOP
yep,
to the north.
They just called it out.
Copy.
It turned.
I'm spinning around.
Whitman's going after it.
We've hit it twice with Panzerfausts.
They just reported they hit it twice, but they missed it.
Is it still mobile?
It's still mobile. It's pushing to the west. It is west. It's the road northwest of the FOB.
Understood.
This is Squad 3 to all. We are engaging anti-tank gun.
Yeah, the pack just called it and also they're engaging.
The Cromwell is moving. Cromwell is moving to Foxtrot 674 near the warehouse in retreat.
This is copy from Squad 3.
Or no, Philip is taking the wrong
Copy. Did you say he's retreating, Carnival?
Roger that.
Philip's driving to the open, kind of, but...
so do you want me to relocate one of the Panthers towards the... in case they try that again? Or stay in the north?
Correction, we only hit one Panzerfaust on the Cromwell.
I'm not sure what Philip is doing. This is an awkward situation because they are next to the nomads and he's got to hit out. Oh, they spotted something. Nomads have to radio this. Look at the center of the map. Oh, they spotted the nomads, I think. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. They spotted the nomads right in the bush. There's only 2 of them, I think, in that tank. That's why. Because that's the one the commander has. He's spraying the bushes down, so we actually might kill them. Right spot. I don't think they fully know where they are. Yeah, they don't know where the nomads are. They're just spraying by and racing away. They might get away because I don't think the British were able to capitalize on the fact that they might have radioed in but not gotten soon enough. The Cromwells in the south have been spotted. They know they're there.
Tank move it near von the church.
Guck mal, kannst du mal eben runterkommen?
That's us. We're coming from the north of the church.
My Panthers hold at the crossroads east of Haida.
Cromwell is in Old Street, coming to Squad 3, Comalot, on the street.
The Panzer IV was switching out.
And behind this is infantry.
Whitman said he could hold out.
It's the second Cromwell.
They spotted
2 Cromwells,
two Cromwells and they spotted the infantry. They know it's all there.
Roger, Philip, I'm coming to engage with you. We're coming south now.
Foxtrot 654. Foxtrot 654 is the enemy Cromwell's two of.
Yeah, this is gonna end up bad for the Allies if the Germans do this right.
I'm on the road east of Huberville, running south now.
Yeah, Statch just died. Hit Statch. Cromwell's now running into the tack gun. Engaged and kills another one. So it's just the other Cromwell's making shots.
This is Squad 3, we need immediate tank support in the 4th position. We are currently engaged by 2 Cromwells.
Something else.
We are en route to you, EA 60 seconds.
Copy that.
Panther is already engaging one of those.
Tack gun called in for immediate resources from the tanks. Tanks are coming in. North infantry is about to
look out everyone for friendly fire.
One tank is down.
Their squad is in perfect position to catch Nomad trying to sneak in. Oh, this is gonna end up bad. They're walking into an MG.
We are approaching the FOB from the east. Where is the second Cromwell?
Warten Sie, kommen noch nicht. Okay, second Cromwell is destroyed. Hannibal, wir fahren zur FOB.
So to be clear, both for Cromwells are destroyed then?
I think
so. We spotted
so.
an enemy group at H441.
This is Squad 3, we are currently being surrounded by enemies from the side.
Yeah, Group 3 in the south needs help and they're calling
Okay,
in.
first L, move to the FOB and help the other squad.
Okay, 100% confirmed, both Cromwells are dead.
Copy to the FOB.
But Malshad is moving out in the open. I don't think anyone's noticed him yet.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah. Well, actually, the Panzer IV is coming up north, but they won't see that. They won't get there anytime soon. But the issue is that there's no infantry now to back up pretty much Malshad's push. And to the south, the Germans have called in reinforcements, which they've sent 1st AL down, but they don't really need it because all of that infantry is now forced back. So the Germans have actually just stifled, on accident to an extent, the British attacks without realizing. Like, they're doing the right job. I think they just haven't clued in that the British are a doubt. But I guess that's what they'll do quickly. The tank has turned south for the Panzer IV. So they're just covering the FOB. Malshad's driving through an open field. But he's in the worst tank infantry support. 17 pounder is not great at it.
Understood.
Yeah, the worst thing about the Challenger is that you can kind of
I am currently just west of the FOB. We are falling back after the tank engagement.
Enemies are coming from west.
Yeah, Women's gonna start heading north because I think they've heard the Challenger moving in. Or at least they're about to. Oh.
Hannibal, wie sieht's aus bei euch? Wo seid ihr ungefähr?
returning that command jeep. Whitman's going back to get a new tank while IR9's Panzer IV is now fully restocked, is moving forward. No one knows that Melchet's up to the north yet. And the Germans are holding back the two Nomad guys in the north without knowing. First AL is doing a good job being a front block. But Nomad squad spawned into the south, so let's see what that goes. But the Germans do have tanks still in close order nearby here. Like, there's two of them just sitting around waiting for the southern part.
Okay, from first AL, move back to your old position.
We were told the other squad that was originally defending the FOB moved to the southwest, so now it's just us on the FOB. Do you still want us to move back to our old positions?
Oh, their IR9 is retreating in the north. They have not noticed that Melchet's up there. And, I mean, there's only two Nomad guys, but I guess they can fall back. They are pretty exposed, but Melchet's now going to sneak in between their lines. If he moves correctly, or guesses it correctly. Germans have begun engaging in the south with the Nomads down there.
Ja, Hannibal, ich hab dich gehört. Hannibal und der andere Panzer, fahrt runter zu Komalord, helft denen. Whitman and Hannibal move to the FOB. I hear heavy MGs.
I am at HQ. We are swapping in right now.
Tanks. No, they haven't realized that there's
Okay, everyone, this is Squad 3. We've got enemy contacts from coordinates easy 793, easy 793. Two half tracks and
no
at least
one has called in,
maybe two squads of
enemy
infantry.
tanks moving down. The Challenger, he is at H693, moving down to Maria Sorg.
The Challenger hasn't seen anything, so they're just driving by. Tanks have reported it.
You want us to go back to protect FOB?
The issue is, I don't think the tanks really realize that he's there. Some have called it in, but he didn't call how they were. Like, he called it where they were, but I don't think the Turks realized that he's right.
Okay, we have an enemy tank. We have an enemy tank on the south road on Maria Zorg.
So he's about to shoot a Panther in the ass because it's going to come.
It's a Challenger.
Challenger's going to get Panther in the ass. They have not realized that they've determined how that works.
I repeat, this is Squad 3. We've got enemies pushing towards the buildings to immediate west. Coordinates 1 to 12, 7, 6, 4.
Got the shot and killed it.
Panther destroyed. Challenger got behind us.
That was, I think, that should have been a better stream on the radio as to where it was. That happens, but the pack is right there to kind of deal with it, so they're quick and able to turn to see it. Melchet's right there. That screen just has to turn. Oh, they got the Panzer IV. I don't know how it didn't notice, but
We lost the Panzer 4.
Melchet's running away. But the Germans did kind of suppress the Allies there. And Whitman's now coming up. Oh my god! He just got them. The Challenger's dead. Pack just killed it. No, the Pack did. That was the Pack, I think. I don't know if I think I missed the thing because I was looking at the map, but I just heard the shot go off and flip down, and the Challenger was just dead.
Das ist wirklich der Challenger. Ich kann das irgendwer bestätigen.
Challenger appears to be destroyed next to the wreck of the Panther. Yeah, Challenger
bestätigen. Komm zu dir. Sieht
Challenger
so aus,
is destroyed.
There's more Panzer Force German Navy.
Hannibal, are you still alive?
Hannibal is dead.
Alright, Carnivalist, I am on right side crossroad right now, with the last Panther here. Where, would you like us to stay south of the FOB or relocate somewhere else?
Do they need a new Panzer? I'm gonna spawn them a Panzer IV because they asked for a new one, so I'm not sure what's up. Is it Panzer IVH? Panzer IVH with skirts?
Good.
What was wrong with the other one, out of curiosity?
It's damaged and low ammo.
Yeah, they have another Panzer IV, right? Or no? Okay, so yeah, they returned one, they lost one, so they're down to third Panzer IV. I mean, one is still returned, so it's not like it's dead. It's... Well, they don't want to use the one that's damaged, so I just spawned them a new one. So... Yeah, that's still correct, because it should be 5 tanks for each of them, so they can have 3 active at a time.
Enemy contact on F728.
Foxtrot 728, I copy that. Wait, it's on the road south of Riders.
Yeah, Foxtrot F79. So it's enemy. It's behind the school.
Do you know what type?
Impf.
Alright, they're calling in something down there. I don't think it's actually a tank, but they're called an infantry down south. The tanks are moving in on it. All the infantry there. Behind the school, they're going to shoot. Oh god, they're gonna kill both of these.
Okay, this is Squad 3. We're in need of a division G741. We are having a second attack coming in from the western side of these coordinates. At least one of...
Do you want artillery or smoke?
Artillery will not be needed at the moment.
I think 2 Nomad infantry guys may be messing with the Germans, making them think there's another attack coming in when it's really just 2 guys sitting back. From where though? That's the question.
Hannibal, I'm on your right, advancing on the road north of you.
Okay, yeah, that's not a good spot for them to regroup because the Germans are suspecting an attack from there. That's where they just called it in from, was G71. Like in that direction, west of that. Which, it's a bit lower than the Allied commander, but not that much lower. 2 tanks have not noticed the dead. Well, they haven't noticed the infantry or the 2 half-tracks, but they should, shortly. Down the road, and I think the pack is spawned in the spot to go and fight them. Oh my god, if this panther drove up this road, it would cause a tear them around. Spotted the half-track, they're going to engage it.
Guys, silence. Careful, maybe you will retreat and regroup your groups and make a big attack on the top side.
Germans are debating shooting a half-track. I don't know why. The yellow track is through as well. Back it off, you're not shooting. Now they shot it, yeah. Damaged it.
So, all tanks are alive and crashed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, move to your start position and this one, make the attack in the starting position of the allied
side. They're just gonna get away with their command team.
Drive past
okay, so what you were
saying
is the tactic, right?
They blew up the half-track.
Roger that.
I think there might be an 18 gun engaging me again. No, never mind, that's a German tank.
Kahalani is here. Roger that. We're falling to a starting position.
Well, the Germans are falling back to a starting position. The Allies are making the push to the north because they went from Malshad, so they're about to run into each other. Iron 9's moving to the north, Whitman's moving north. Oh god, for the Germans you couldn't ask for a better situation. You're literally getting a head-on engagement, and you're going to be the ones to see them all. They're running again the Challenger and 2 Cromwells. You got an infantry squad up here with them.
We spotted 2 enemy tanks in the north. Philip, they are in right in your direction.
They're calling in the northern tanks, they just spotted them. I don't know who, Summer spotted them, so one of the German infantry squads somehow got them, but he's seen them to the north. Both 2
So tanks. Try to engage the other 2 tanks.
1. Respawn wave 1 was a while ago. So Whitman's tank is full and the Germans got their tanks back. I think they called it after basically both their tanks got killed. The only asset I gave them was a new Panzer IV, because the one they had the Panthers there. I haven't given them any new assets since.
Hey, we see Cromwell. We're not sure if it's alive or dead. It's north of the original tank's starting positions. Yeah, we're not sure if it's... It's active, it's moving.
It's active, it would be active.
Yep, the Germans have called in those Cromwells.
Yeah, just north of the original starting tank positions.
They haven't seen the Allied push.
Can I have a grid square on that, please?
One.
We got enemies on F7993. The left
The
side.
Germans have spotted both of them. They've spotted the southern ones. They haven't spotted the push coming in from the other nomads, but they've spotted the tanks to the north. The Whitman's set on that
It's
corner.
going from Hotel 3 to Indigo 3, according to my squad lead. It's behind the forest. We've lost visual.
Hotel 3 to Indigo 3, he got it perfectly. It's right where Whitman knows where it is. They don't know how many, but they're all three there. There's a Panzer IV and a Panther waiting.
Regain contact. It's driving south. There's a second tank there. 2 tanks.
Right, Whitman knows there's 2. He's moving up on 1. Doesn't realize the other's going to pop out for him. They might be watching that corner with the Panther IV.
Yeah,
nope, the Panzer IV is watching the wrong way. Why is the Panzer IV looking the wrong way? This turret is backwards unless it's a bug. Whitman's about to see the other...
Third one spotted. There are 3 tanks.
Oh god, Whitman's, lower position. He's trying to flank, but he doesn't realize there's one to the north.
Oh, it's 2 Cromwells and a 50.
Philip, they're in front here, they're coming, they're west. Turn back.
Okay, called them out, they're turning back. Whitman didn't know, he thought they were going to flank around, I think, to the north. They can't.
We have one north at T junction by Herdolf, unknown tank. Just back up, do not poke that.
Oh my god, they just saved Whitman's life. That's just... Oh, clutch play. For the Germans.
Enemies in the south.
The other one was Herdolf, T junction at Herdolf, all the way north.
Can confirm.
Oh my god.
It's watching southwest, southeast.
German infantry in the southwest.
Philip, you stay here and watch that intersection. I'm rotating around to cover the...
I don't know why Whitman said he's rotating around. No, they think they're going to come around to the north, but they're not. It's all sided. That's what they're doing, is they think the tank's going to come around from, like the J road. They got the 3rd tank coming up, so they could actually turn Whitman back around right in time. I don't think Whitman realizes he's there, but they should call out that they're about to come up to that corner. Whitman's about to see them. Doesn't shoot. Don't shoot. It's a Panther. They haven't seen anything, so turn around, go the other way. German infantry in the south. Needs to be ready though, because the south push is the infantry. Yeah, but that's not gonna... There's 3 tanks here now, to 2, so that's not good. One of those is a Panzer IV, which is able to take the shots. Melchet though is out of the tank spotting, so he's gonna see that. Okay, Iron 9 is watching. Whitman's going on a flank. He's gonna go around.
Carnivalist, be advised, enemy infantry in the forest north of Haidapol.
Okay, they spotted the northern infantry. They don't know about the southern ones fully, but they have an idea of that.
Alright, am approaching the far northern map intersection. I'm gonna attempt to push this. If you guys want to attempt to push the crossroads at the same time, you're welcome. But we are about to cross. We're coming in behind him now. We're behind him now. We've got one more turn.
I need one AT guy in the church.
You got one AT guy to the church, copy.
I think Statch is ready to put the study this map and he knows this. They saw Statch, they shot him inside. Women's now gonna appear from behind. Behind you.
Cromwell destroyed.
Nice work, boys.
We're coming south now behind.
Well, there's 3 sides coming in. They have all 3 sides coming down now. I don't think you realize that there's a tank there. When you make the turn,
Roger, we will engage as we drive.
Well, they're gonna drive by. There's gonna make Malshad's there, but I don't think they know anything.
Yep. Check your fire, we're about to cross 3.
So guys, be careful. I think the tank is, came from the other direction as the infantry, so Komalot, be careful.
Malshad might take a shot and remember that he drives by.
There is also infantry, right here, approximately 1 squad.
Women's just racing down. Oh, he bounced it, or got hit.
There's another tank to the northwest.
Yeah, we're bailing out. We're bailing.
Oh, Whitman's dead. No, they got killed. They're bailing. Whitman got killed, yeah. Next dead. Apparently that shot didn't kill, but... well, they're gunners on it. I'm not sure if it's dead or what's up with it.
Tell them in the command chat it's the Challenger. Okay, left 5 minutes.
Oh, Whitman's directing. It's just, no, it's got its engine out. That's all it is. They told him it's a Challenger. They're trying to direct onto it now. Whitman's trying to guide his gunner and tell the other gunners what's up. Whitman just got killed, but the Panther can take a shot back still.
It's through the smoke. You're not gonna be able to see it.
Oh yeah, the smoke is blocking the sight. I don't think the other tanks are gonna...
Be careful, it's...
Oh, he hit! Bounced it off of Malshad. Through the smoke, he's bounced on Malshad. Yeah, it would have been better if they coordinated with the other side. Malshad's killed him because he's now pulling back. Yeah, they knocked out the Panther bar. Get away. Germans still have 2 tanks in that corner. Have shut down that northern push with their 2 tanks.
Ich höre dich, Komalot.
Nomads have 2 guys that are pushing in on their own.
Is our tank burning in the north, or is it the enemy one?
Okay, first AL, move to the FOB position, so fast you can. Don't drive it, go to the... Move it.
Well, first Panther killed the tanks. They drove down and got spotted their thing. The Nomads are pushing, and First AL's been told to head south to go and try to help. Or to the fog.
There's a Challenger on the Panzer that just died.
Yeah, they're calling it out. They told him that's there.
Where exactly is it? Can you be more specific?
Wait, one.
Yeah, IR9 is trying to ask where it was, and they didn't get a clear answer quickly enough from First AL.
Disregard last. Disregard last.
They're telling him to disregard.
Copy you.
Yeah, and it's only much. There's two tanks on top of each other. That's what it's going for. Oh.
Airplane is incoming. Airplane is incoming.
Germans called it airplane. Yeah, no, that's why they called out airplane. They don't know what it is.
Mr. Yak.
What was that one?
Panther main base. Carnival, Hannibal and Philly. Are you still alive?
Yes, we are
Both
alive.
other tanks are still alive, yes.
We died to a Challenger sitting at Hotel 441 on the right. It was parked on the right-hand side of the, just across the, from you.
Yeah, we're having a kind of stand-up with him around.
Okay, I need to split out you. Wittmann, you will drive to Bayersheide to the near of the FOB and protect this with Komalot. You have infantry coming. Hannibal and Philip, you might drive to Sior.
Copy.
On the road.
We do have.
Or the Panzer IV, that's
We do still have the Challenger here in the north, but we don't know exactly where it went.
I just wonder how.
Yeah, we have AT guys on anything here.
It hit the back of us.
So I
and
need to
died.
protect a little bit. The enemies come closer to the
I
church.
guess it's a Challenger, so the 17-pounder just goes
Solid
straight through, I guess.
shot.
We want this Panther.
Yeah, it's the interior one. Ignore the Panzer IV.
Alright, Byro's up the...
What
Byro's
was it
up
for?
the
A
farm,
streaming run?
So we're gonna...
Repeat that.
Were you talking to me?
We're not on the FOB anymore. We were told back to go to the original position. From our location, however, it is stable. No contact as of yet.
Yeah, I think Malshat died. I spawned in an accidental Panzer IV, so there's an extra one, but my bad. But it's an interior Panzer IV, so. Germans called to respawn wave 2.
Wenn ihr mich hier wegbekommt.
Zum Unterdrücken.
First AL, spread out. One grenade and half of your squad is dead.
Feuerdeckung, also Deckung geben. Wenn die es ins Haus schaffen, könnt ihr mich hochholen. Aber nur dann.
Guys, silence. Silence is too many incoming of my direction. So, first, step by step. First AL, you go to protect the FOB now. Komalord, you go a little bit more to Reyershide with and protect the tank and check the incoming enemies. Lysander's group is protect only the church with a platoon lead. The tanks, Hannibal and Philip, you will attack the north 2 tanks. Wittmann, you will go to Reyershide and protect the enemy.
Ich wissen, ob du Medic gerufen hast oder nicht.
Jawohl.
Propeller, hier hast du Flug.
Not my arty.
Leicht
Verfehlt.
Oh, I'm happy I was here because I got the German yelling artillery. Cargo's yelling wasn't his, but it's nowhere near the Germans. Be over. Oh, they dropped a lot. They dropped a full 12. Okay, 10. They're all in the house and they're about to walk out. I'm assuming that was the plan. And all the Germans are arriving and they're just sitting back and now watching that. Yeah, they're pushing south. Wellesley's running south with his squad. They're 4 guys. More tanks are pushing across the metal. Whitman's moving up in the south also to basically coming in to pick up his driver, but also they're going to run into Wellesley shortly. They're racing up a pack gun down here, so they're going to have something to fight Whitman with, but I don't think they realize that Whitman's here. Oh wait, no, they don't have a
We
pack
got
gun.
enemies on
It's just a
Foxtrot
half-track.
732.
Oh, Wellesley, it's the wrong time to get out of the building. Wellesley's hiding behind a building because they hear the tank coming. They have a half-track here that's not going to be that well hidden. Oh, is it bringing up their 6-pounder though? Maybe they'll get side shots?
Are there any Germans in the town of Reicherscheide, south of the
Panther right side of your infantry.
Oh, no, Santher just got told there's infantry aside. He's driving sideways.
Roger, how close?
You guys in southwest in the city, enemy.
No, he wasn't ready to take the shot and he hit the wrong spot! I don't think that was a German pack and I don't know what they're shooting at. Oh, that's what they're shooting. The pack is shooting, yeah, the pack covered them as they drove by. Basically protected them because the British were not ready with their own 6-pounder to shoot Whitman on the side. They had an opportunity there and they missed it. Wellesley also nearly got killed.
Carnivalists, be advised, we are arrived between Reicherscheide and the Fall. We get infantry in Reicherscheide.
Tank, we got a... Wait, I come to you.
2 German tanks in the north are alone, but there are 3 tanks coming at them. But they're both set up and ready for them. They're farther back in, and they're just defensive sitting. Okay, the tanks are not fully ready. And Melchat is scouting pretty far away from his own people. You might want to tell him to a little bit fall back. It's like 300 meters from everyone. To the north.
half-track destroyed.
Yeah, the Germans reported they destroyed a half-track. You haven't noticed the pack gun, but they've mostly cleared a lot of the infantry.
Be advised, we've destroyed 150 cal half-track in Reichersheim. No further enemy activity.
2 German tanks haven't seen anything.
Left side of the half-track.
Very, very...
Second
well, no longer
floor.
easy for forward.
Left side in the building. Enemy.
Infantry's caught up and they're all moving in on those 2 tanks. Alright, and they switched it up so the Panzer IV is watching north and the Panther's watching the corner.
Contact with enemy Sherman.
Animals called an enemy tank.
Man.
What's your position?
Yeah,
they have Firefly, they're fighting.
On H413. North of Heidepool. Sherman Firefly.
Oh, Terry got exploded as he got out of the tank. Pop smoke though, so Sherman can hide. He gets damaged some way. Oh, its track's out. Germans, the Allies smoked that zone. PID is pushing very much up alone, 2 of them. The AT guys.
Okay, Whitman, move your tank to the other 2 tanks and engage with Firefly and Sherman.
Lucky here and...
Kind of a list. There's heavy infantry presence.
They got the Panzer IV's turret. Max, the AT is going to get killed by Max, tank commander, out with it. Oh, don't shoot your own tank commander, don't shoot your own tank commander. Oh, they are so lucky because Max will take it away. They're backing off. Firefly's trying to shoot back. He's got my three Germans. Turret, that gun. Not on the Panther, on the Panther IV. Whitman is still engaging, I think, in the south. Don't fight that infantry off. The Germans are set up on that corner with their tank.
Contact with Sherman.
Firefly is bouncing shots at the bounce. trying to repair it, but I can't.
Okay, situation report. Without tanks.
We are about to leave Riser's side with the Panther.
First air.
Yeah, the German tanks are in trouble. They get flanked around by the north. Just getting knocked out now.
First air, can you hear me?
Trying to get enemy contact on the front.
Panther's still alive, it's just backing
from
off.
very far away. Nothing serious whatsoever.
Okay, so protect the FOB.
Germans just haven't, their tanks
All
haven't committed.
the enemy tank north right now.
We are moving north, ETA 2 minutes.
I don't think the German, 9AD has not, Iron 9 hasn't really reported how their situation is. They got their Panther up here, but they didn't told them that the Panzer Force dead. But Whitman is moving up. If he picks the right road, he'll catch Statch a little bit out. But if he picks the wrong road... Oh, Statch is coming down, he's going to try to flank. If Whitman's quick, he'll get them. Nope, Whitman's going around the long way. He's going to find the Firefly up at the north corner, but he doesn't realize Rommels have moved in. Oh, good shot onto Statch.
Be careful, guys. We have a little in from us.
He got Statch.
We will come into the church.
No. Rommel down. But that was the other tank. But the other Cromwell's now moving in. Knows where the Panther is. But it's facing it way. Or Melchett, I think, thinks he knows where. There's a Panther in that forest. No. Now the Panther's pretty much screwed. Its gun's out. But they're not radioing it in. So Whitman has no idea, and he's just gonna catch out. Whitman knocked out the Firefly though, so it's 1-1.
Fireflies is...
Well, they didn't know about Whitman to the south.
Good guys, all information for all. I think he will reinforce and make a big push from one side, so be careful, and it's a night time. So split up your squads.
Yeah, the Germans are expecting.
Hannibal or Philip, are either of you still alive north by Heidepol?
Jagdpanzer, we need a new tank on HQ.
The Germans are asking for more tanks in their HQ. Are the German tanks allowed to just spawn without having like a respawn wave called? Like, what's going on with this? How is that working? Adel. What tank do you guys need?
Panther.
Interior or no?
The other Panther is damaged. The other Panther is damaged.
Carnival is advised.
Damaged.
Do you want the
I'm going
interior
to
one or
set
not
my
the
Panther
exterior?
up on the intersection directly northwest of Hooverville.
Leopard.
We can cover the northern, the flank of that northern area pretty well from here.
Alright, I've spawned in another German tank. I don't know if they're supposed to be leaving yet or not, but... Nevalis, did you call a respawn wave?
I have called the third respawn wave, yes, for 5 minutes.
How long ago did you call that? Because I want to make sure your tank isn't leaving.
Okay.
Philip, I think you have to fall back.
No, he's blowing up in my mind. I don't.
Wait, what are you saying?
No respawn, I don't...
Ja, da müsst ihr warten, bis die nächste kommt. Respawn is coming in until 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if this tank is supposed to be here. You want me to tell him to turn around? Hold, guys, hold. You're not supposed to be out. You did not get a respawn wave. Panzer IV, you should not have left base. You did not have a respawn wave called.
Okay, copy. Is it okay if we just put a few meters and wait?
Pull up that road into cover and wait there. Yeah, just head back to your main. Tell Malshat not to have discussions. Oh, that was crisis averted because Malshat is right down that road.
Good. First aim, move to your first position.
Alright, Germans called the respawn wave.
Copy.
I'm gonna wait for the Panzer IV to clear around this corner, then tell it he can go back to engaging.
First aim, can you take 3 guys from you at the FOB? And the other go into your first objective? Can you send 3 guys to the FOB to protect this, and your other guys go on your first defense point?
Alright, when you're supposed to go,
so
you
you
guys
split
can move
your
out.
group.
Thank you. Sorry for driving too early.
Alright, I'm just gonna allow the Germans to start from there. They called a respawn wave. That Panzer IV just will forward spawn.
All squad, all Germans, if any of you guys see first AL outside of the fob, please tell them to move back to the first position. Lost contact with them.
Copy that.
I told that German tank there. Yes, the Germans called the spawn wave. They moved up. I told them that they could basically just start from the back corner of that forest. And you can see the other tank moving out, so they're a bit ahead, but fuck it. It's not that far ahead to give an advantage, really.
Okay, on the tank division, if you are in a position on Maria Zorg, please tell it to me and take ready for a big offensive attack.
Understand.
I'm still sitting on the I'm at intersection Gulf 685, next to Summerhill Squad.
Artie's incoming, maybe. Careful.
German thinks there's arties coming in.
My whole group lived the whole game.
I
We
have
have
shot
one
once.
Mel, it's perfectly hidden from Melchat.
We have contact in the
Side view.
first 20 minutes,
Cannot
and since then, no contact.
It's perfectly hidden behind the hill. But the Panzer IV is about to drive into the Allied tanks. From the direction they're not going to be expecting. But Bobby might...
If anyone see Lysander, send it back to the church.
Okay.
Hey, I have a single
Good
Cromwell
stuff,
5 coming down the road. Fox Echo 369 coming down.
Oh yeah, Iron 9 just came in from behind.
From behind.
They got the one Cromwell. They engined it.
Enemy destroyed. If you know what the Cromwell was, there's enemy infantry next well.
Roger Philip, there's a second Cromwell coming out of their main. We're gonna attempt to cut it off before it gets.
Yeah, we can spot the Cromwell 5 coming out of the main. They're firing at that infantry. Melchat's tank is trying to take shots around the corner. But the Panther's now coming in from behind. The Melchat is surrounded in the middle, 3 Panthers, right? Or 2 Panthers. To be fair, he's got 1 Cromwell trying to get in. Melchat's in wait, his tank's perfectly positioned. I don't think the Germans are ready. Panzer IV is moving down. Oh, he stopped.
Engaging Cromwell 5, 1 hit on. Turret jam.
Cromwell 5 replacement's being killed. Melchat's still sitting there.
Enemy contact on Hotel 542. Hotel 542.
Yep.
Little single group von infantry.
The issue is it outrates the fire of the Crom. No, he killed it. I didn't figure it out.
Cromwell on Heidepol Crossroads. H5 3.
Well, the issue is that they didn't rated that in. No one knows that they did. Woodman's killed the reinforcement.
Checker will use Attic. 4 round.
Go ahead. Germans firing 4 rounds of artillery.
situation remote from the other group. We have a contact north between Heidepol. So watch all the other flanks, maybe we will attack on the other side.
German arty was not on target. But the exploding Panzer IV killed one body, I think. Or something. The issue is Whitman's set up in the north, and he's going to catch any of their pushes in. He's going to see Malshat soon. He's facing the wrong way, unfortunately. He's driving sideways on. Malshat's going to get first shot. Whitman took the side hit. He's engined. Don't know where. Oh, that kills Whitman. Yeah, no, they're not using the radio to talk though. Oh, Whitman's dead. It's just Panzer. They weren't using the radio though. That's why. Yeah, Whitman got killed because he was out of his hatch.
And before I forgot, guys, you make a very good job. Artillery is entering the church.
Also north of the RT, west of Heidepol, spotted.
Oh, is it trying to make a major push, I'm guessing, from the north down? That's all they have left? I don't know if they have...
Be careful, guys, I think the big push is incoming.
The Germans have a tank on the side that's sitting there and waiting. Malshat's sitting in the metal, guessing to try to shell in.
Whole enemy unit and tank on Heidepol.
They called out the Cromwell, Heidepol. R9's smart of how they approach this, they can see him first. Respawn wave 5. I gotta go fly over and drop the German tanks. I think this will be their last Panzer IV, and
Cromwell still spotted on Hotel 5-5, west of Heidepol.
you've been dropping them Panzer IV interiors?
Okay, mach mal bitte. Alter, ist das geil.
I dropped them tanks, we're good.
Ah, no.
Yeah, it sounds like they both shot at each other. No, he is shelling. He's shelling. Nope. Not direct.
Does anyone know if Pyro or Panzergrenadier are alive from the other temple?
I need you on the church.
Should I tell Whitman where his crew
Befinde
is?
mich bereits bei der Kirche.
Because he doesn't know and two of them are very far away from everyone else in the church. Well, the two of them are together and they're running down the road. I'm just gonna tell Whitman so we can move his tank out.
Yeah, just as like an administrative, can I know if Panzer or Byro are
yes,
like
they're alive. I'm gonna tell you where they are.
They're alive?
They're running down the Candy Cane Road as we speak.
So first I can hear me.
Okay. Yeah, they're running away from the fight and everyone else, so they're gonna be...
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Anyone,
I just wanted to check before I ran away from them.
Panther is shooting on H646 northeast of Hooverville in the wood.
Basically, the Panther is hiding from Malshat through the forest and is firing
who
into the
asked for
forest
me?
to kill the infantry.
Command.
Malshat's watching the corner.
First it is possible to move on Golf 532. Golf 532 and clear the forest.
Barrow and Panzer will run into Whitman as he drives forward to them. He's on the Candy Cane, they're going to run into each other. British shouldn't...
Please move on Golf 532
Panzer,
and
what
clear
do you
the
want
forest to hide a pool.
Hold your spot till the allies get closer to you.
They're right in front of me.
And try to clear the forest.
That means you're friendlies.
No. Not friendly.
2 enemy tanks pushing
At
the church.
52 in the ditch. There's two guys more with them.
To what?
Airplane is incoming.